Hey, what's good, everyone? It's your boy Matt Diazable coming at you with some new music reviews. And today we are checking out the latest album from Arizona's own heavy and dark metal band, Gatecreeper, with their newest album, Dark Superstition. The band is based out of Arizona, but some of the members are also in other parts of the states, but I think their home base is Arizona. And with this newer album, they are pushing things a little bit different in terms of their sound by pulling from more of a rock influence here. They said that certain bands was it Dismember and Entombed, they made a pivotal shift in their sound, and so Gatecreeper kind of wanted to do the same thing here by infusing other influences that weren't just death metal or hardcore. They're pulling from the rock world to make it more of a polished and refined record. And also, the album was inspired by some mountain ranges in Arizona. I think they are called Superstition, and so the band members took inspiration from the lore of those mountains and crafted a very, as I said, well polished and more refined album here. And I think they were able to do that with this album because older Gatecreeper that I've known, a little bit heavier, a little bit darker, but this one did seem a little bit more cohesive and had a better flow to it in the overall scheme of things. The album is called Dark Superstition, and I think the emphasis on dark here is really good because the overall sound of this album has a darker feel to it. And I think it's coming from the different genres they're pulling from. Like I said, they're trying to get some stuff from like rock type music and hardcore with certain drum patterns and certain guitar riffs mixed in with that more death metal sound. You get a really, really good sounding record with this. The one thing I really enjoyed on this album the most was probably the drumming, because the drummer he does some really good double kicks and just has some really good drumming chops. I think he's able to create some very interesting drum patterns and some really dynamic sounds with his style of playing by mixing those genres of death metal, hardcore, and rock, and all those like band oriented styles. It just sounds so smoothly and just blended very nicely on this record, and especially on the song Masterpiece of Chaos. The way that the drumming is playing on this one, it just has so many different layers to it that it sounds really, really nice. So I'm gonna play a clip of that for you. Like those drums, very impressive. They're good. Throughout the album, the guitar tuning is very heavy and quite interesting to listen to. He's got a really nice way of playing and the way they're tuning it, I think. And what really, really sets the guitars to me for like another level of being impressive is they throw in a lot of guitar solos on this album, but they throw them in when you're not expecting them in the best kind of way, and they never overstay their welcome. They're in. They do a little bit of like wheedly wheedly, but it's just so good and just so like timed at a good like it goes with the flow of the song very well. And you just can't help it as soon as it comes on, you hear a good guitar solo, you're like, yeah, yeah, you got a headbang to it because it just sounds so refreshingly fresh in the song. And I think a good example of that is on the song Mistaken for Dead. There's just they slip in a nice guitar solo towards the end that's just very nice. It just fits so nicely with the flow of the song. I was also really surprised by the bass playing on this album because throughout the whole album, I could hear and feel the bass throughout it. It just was very vibrant. It was very mixed well, and like sometimes bass can get drowned out, I think, in a lot of death metal and band music and stuff. But this one was just consistently like whoever was mixing and layering the bass on this album did a really good job because I could hear and feel it perfectly. The vocals on this album are very, very impressive because the main vocalist is able to just sound so heavy and dark with his presentation that he's able to take these dark lyrics and just bring them to life in a great way. he's just killing it. And I think also, I don't know if it's just me, but he sounds like a local Japanese hardcore vocalist from the band Loyal to the Grave. While I was listening to this, I thought I was hearing Koba the entire time. He sounds just like him. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just crazy. But he sounds really good, especially on the song the Black Curtain. Like his vocals are just massive. So I'm gonna let you hear a clip of that. The way he was able to extend towards the end, very, very good job. I want to say the production here and whoever was the engineer for this album did a really good job of making the band sound tighter and more refined, because like I said, the bass was always clear on every track. Vocals were really massive. Guitar tuning was really, really good. The drumming never really felt drowned out. Everything felt very balanced, and everything got equal share in terms of being recognized on this album. So good job on that. So Gatecreeper's newest album, I think, was a very, very good effort for them in terms of able to being more refined with their sound, being able to incorporate some new elements to their sound, and just having a tighter unit feel to it, because riffs were just more streamlined. Vocals were very massive and very just large. The overall pacing of the songs are really good. And so I think for them, this was a step up in terms of tightening and making their sound more polished. Now, death metal as a whole, as a genre, are they pushing things forward? I don't think so necessarily, but not in a bad way. But they are making themselves sound better and just fine-tuning things to just sound better for themselves. And that's just as great. And so I would say that this newest album from Gatecreeper, Dark Superstition, is a solid and good and fun listen to, and I will give it a nice 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, links down below. Tell me what you think about this album. Tell me what you think about Gatecreeper, and check out what I got going on over here. If you stay this long, like they always say, like, subscribe, comment. Thank you for coming on by, and always, I will see you in the pit.